It's CCSD Today with your host, Erica Taylor. This week, we learn all about district-wide initiatives. Anita Huggins is here to give us an exclusive look at the 2014 Teacher Gala. And we learn about some exciting new programs with your child's health and wellness in mind. CCSD Today starts right now.
Welcome to another edition of CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and during this show, you'll have an opportunity to learn just a little bit about district-wide initiatives, from wellness to guidance. And for you out there who want to participate and partner with Charleston County School District, you'll also learn about our 2014 Teacher Gala. I'm your host, Erica Taylor. You're watching CCSD Today, and we'll be right back.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick.
And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year, but that won't be me.
Or me.
I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you.
And you.
Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Brought to you by Cruise Chevy. You've got a friend in the car business.
Welcome to CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and joining me today is Mr. Paul Patrone, Assistant Superintendent for the Middle Grades Collaborative. Mr. Patrone, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Erica.
Well, thank you. Well, I want to know about choice, and you're responsible for choice. So tell me, as well as the viewers watching, what is school choice and why is it important?
School choice is having the opportunity to find the perfect school for your child. It gives you an opportunity to look at the plethora of choices in Charleston County and find something that matches your child perfectly.
Will you share some examples of choice?
Sure. We have county-wide magnets that have a theme. We have constituent magnets that are just for a constituent district. And then we have partial magnets in each of the zones that allow kids to come and have a particular theme also they might be interested in.
Okay. Will you give us some examples of what is an example of a countywide or a constituent magnet for those who are watching?
Sure. We have two exciting examples. One is the top 10 in the U.S. Academic magnets, but constantly rated in the top 10 high schools, and it's a high school that focuses on academics, academic rigor. We also have School of the Arts, which focuses on the arts. So those are two examples of countywide magnets.
Okay.
Constituent magnets, the Ashley River Creative Arts School is a great example of one that focuses on the arts, and it's only for District 10 students.
Okay.
Partial magnets, we have several of them. In the Southwest Zone, we have Hot Gap School of Advanced Studies, a middle school that focuses on academic rigor. In North area, we have a constituent magnet, which is Jerry Zucker, and focuses on science. We also have a very large load of Montessori choices for parents to start as early as 3 years old.
Wow. Talk a little bit about Montessori.
Montessori is an exciting process that we've had, and we're so fortunate to have an expanded Montessori option here. It starts early on, in 3 years old, and Montessori, it looks at kids to explore the surrounding and learn through exploration. So it's a great opportunity, for kids to really learn and focus in on what's interesting to them.
Well, I understand with choice, and especially for our magnets and constituent magnets, there's an application process, and I understand that for the 2014-15 school year, that application deadline just passed. But talk a little bit about it. I've heard some great things so far.
The application deadline was November 1st, and we've had, this is the highest number of applications we've had this year, so we're very excited about the results. We do have some space available in some schools, and so, there might be a possibility to still apply for some of the schools. The lotteries will be going on the next couple of months for those schools, and we're very excited. But also failed to mention one other option that Charleston County has, and it's charter schools. And charter schools are governed by a governing board, and we have several choices in Charleston County too.
And some of those choices are charter schools.
Sure, starting with the Charleston Math and Science downtown, and then we have James Island Charter High School. We have Orange Grove. So we have one in every level of schooling.
Wow, that's awesome. Is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you'd like to talk about relative to choice?
We just keep expanding, and we're very fortunate to have a district superintendent who believes that parents should have a choice. So we're very fortunate to be in Charleston County.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Patron, for joining us today. I hope that you've learned a lot about choice, and we'll be sharing with you those schools that still have openings. You'll find them on our website. If you're interested in choice, please look at those schools, complete an application, and hopefully your child would have an opportunity to attend. I'm Erica Taylor. You're watching CCSD Today, and we'll be right back.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We're convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
Welcome back to CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor. And here at Charleston County School District, our belief is that the successes are truly in the classroom. And that's why this young lady sitting next to me is so important. Miss Anita Huggins is the Director of Teacher Effectiveness, and we want to welcome her to today's show. How are you?
I'm doing great, Erica. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for all that you do to prepare our teachers.
Well, thank you.
Well, one of the things that I want to talk to you about, in addition to teacher effectiveness, is our gala, which is fast approaching. It's one of the premier events that we have here at Charleston County, and you spearhead it all. And so talk with me, share with our viewers about the gala and what we do and how we do it and why, which is the most important thing.
I'm glad to do that, Erica. Thanks again for the opportunity to be here. This year's An Evening with the Stars theme is Once Upon a Time, so we have a grand event planned for Teachers of the Year across the district.
Right.
And as you said, the gala takes the opportunity to recognize teacher effectiveness in addition to some outstanding principal leaders across our district.
Right.
This year the event is scheduled for February the 22nd, which is a Saturday, over at the Embassy Suites Hotel in North Charleston.
Okay.
And as we've grown the last few years, it has made it necessary for us to seek partnerships with other places like the City of North Charleston, this year's presenting sponsor, to make the event even more grand for those teachers in the classroom who are making great strides with students.
Well, great. And we can talk a little bit about the event. I know it's a lot of fun. I had an opportunity to attend last year, and we dress up and we have great food and we fellowship in addition to honoring our teachers. But there's a purpose behind what you do, and share with us that purpose.
There certainly is, Erica. There are really three big purposes around why we do what we do. The first is to sort of create that public awareness of the importance of quality public teachers in all of our classrooms.
Right.
And another is to celebrate outstanding educators, as we've discussed. But the third is to raise funding for the Charleston Educators Symposium, which is scheduled for June of 2014.
Right.
Another great event here in Charleston County, which affords us the opportunity to offer professional learning opportunities to principals and teachers across our district.
Well, tell us a little bit about this symposium. We had national, world-renowned, if you will, speakers to come, and we won't give away the surprises that we have for this year, but just give our viewers a taste of what the symposium is, and hopefully, those watching will want to support the gala.
Well, we certainly hope so. The symposium is actually our opportunity to engage more teachers at any one time than other opportunities throughout the year.
Right.
And this year's event has an outstanding lineup of speakers, as did last year's event. And over the 3 days, we take the opportunity, as you indicated earlier, to fellowship and to learn from one another, to learn from some local experts, but also to reach out and bring some national leaders in of particular prominence to learn from, to learn alongside, and it's our way to give back to the classroom throughout the 3 days.
Well, I'm excited, but let's just go back to the gala for just a second. I know tickets go fast. I know you sold out last year. How are you doing? Do we need more sponsors? Do we need more people to attend? Let us know.
We always need more sponsors because our sponsors allow us to generate more and more revenue, again, to go toward that 3-day professional learning opportunity. So if we have viewers who are interested in sponsoring, please call us at 937-6343, and we're glad to talk to them or to you about the various opportunities that we have available for sponsorships. We also have individual tickets for sale, which are $100 a piece, and our viewers can call 937-6343 again to purchase those tickets, or go to ccsdschools.com for more information. The more sponsors we have, the more partnerships we make, the better opportunities we make for teachers who in turn directly, as you mentioned earlier, affect our kids in the classroom.
Now, Ms. Higgins, is there another way that people can give and be a part of the gala experience?
I'm so glad you asked, Erica, because actually there is another big way that our community members, students, parents, retired educators can honor educators in our schools, and even those who have served students in our schools. This year, to go along with the gala effort, we have an Honor a Teacher initiative.
Oh, great.
So since our theme is Once Upon a Time, viewers can purchase a book for $10 or 3 books for $20 in honor of educators. And inside of those books, we will personalize book plates with a special message to teachers or retired educators, people who've made a difference in the lives of our children. We'll display those books at the gala, and then we'll send those to educators after the event. So we're very excited. Last year we did flags in honor of great educators, since we had an international theme, but this year we are triply excited to partner with Reading Warehouse to offer great hardbound books in honor of great teachers. So if you're interested in purchasing a book or a few to honor educators across our great district, call us again at 937-6343.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Erica.
And if you're interested in purchasing a book or becoming a sponsor, please call or visit our website. You're watching CCSD Today, and we'll be right back. You're back with CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and joining me now is Mr. David Spurlock, who's the Director of Wellness, Health, Athletics, ROTC, and everything else that you can think of that deals with your brain, your heart, and your body, who's here with us today. So I want to thank you, Coach, for being here.
Thank you, ma'am.
And let's talk a little bit about district wellness. I know that's one of the initiatives that you champion, and I want you to tell us about it.
Well, I champion it because we have a superintendent who champions it as well.
Absolutely.
Dr. McGinley, several years ago, wanted to see a greater focus on wellness in Charleston County School District, not only for our students, but for our faculty, for all of our employees.
Right.
So over the past 3 years, we have put together what I think is one of the real school wellness packages that there are in the state of South Carolina and nationally. We have schools that have wellness committees. In fact, about 85, almost 90% of our schools last year were recipients of the Boeing Center for Children's Wellness funding. They have done a lot of things for us over the past 2 years, and our wellness committees actually received money for doing a survey and being able to check off the great things that they do.
Tell us a little bit about some of the things that they do.
The things that happen in our schools are directed toward physical education. They're directed toward the physical education not only of our students,
Right.
but the faculty as well. They do a lot of screenings, working with partnerships with the medical community here. They do a lot of after-school things for their teachers, hoping to bring them in. They do boot camps and yoga, and they do Zumba, and they do so many different things, and gardening, and there's just a myriad of things that are done as far as that wellness package goes.
Well, I know you talk about our program being a statewide or national model. I mean, do you foresee that happening?
Absolutely. One of the things that has been so successful is Charleston County Medical Society's input into our program.
Right.
And what this has done is allow us to have doctors, actual medical doctors, adopt the schools and those wellness committees. So this has become a model that Dorchester County is looking at, Berkeley County is looking at, and it has been proposed as a state model where there is a collaboration between the school and between outside partnerships. And these medical doctors really add a whole level of competency to these wellness programs.
That's fantastic. Now we have a wellness program, but another program that I learned about over the summer is our LAPS program. Talk a little bit about that and the importance of it.
Well, again, this goes back about 3 years ago when Dr. McGinley wanted a swim initiative in Charleston County School District. In fact, her quote was, "I want all kids to learn to swim safely."
Right.
And so what we started out doing was working with the Red Cross and providing on-land swimming instruction for all of our first graders in a curriculum called Wells Tales that came through Red Cross. About a year later, we formed a partnership with Charleston County Parks and Recreation with the Swim Safe program. And in the Swim Safe program came the LAPS program, which is run by Shannon O'Brien and is funded through, again, an outside source, the Rutledge Foundation. And this provides all year swimming lessons for our kids in Charleston County School District schools. And this is actual in-water, learn how to swim, and learn how to swim safely. And we've done this now throughout all of the districts, the North area, Mount Pleasant, the islands, the city. And we have now, over the past couple of years, actually provided swim lessons for thousands of kids.
That's awesome. And just talk a little bit, because I know that not every school, not every community may have access to a pool, but you've thought about that as well.
We've thought about that, and through the LAPS program, we actually provide travel for schools that are not within proximity of a swimming facility.
Right.
And just in the past year, Danny Jones in the North Charleston Parks and Recreation Division, they have covered their pool now, which has allowed swim lessons in the LAPS program to continue right on through November, December, January, and February in a really beautiful facility over there.
Now, Coach, let's talk about some other initiatives that we have going on.
Another great initiative that is in that same vein is the SCOPE program, which is the South Carolina Outdoor Educational Program. It is an on-water kayaking tour through Shem Creek that's been provided by the Butler Foundation. And it works out of Coastal Expeditions, and this is some of the very best in sort of that cross-curricular piece. It does not cost our kids one penny. It is provided to every school in Charleston County School District to their middle school programs. And it takes the kids on a kayaking tour down Shem Creek and out to the harbor, where the discussion of the ecology, the biology, the zoology, the geography, the history, it is so well done, and it is one of the best classrooms I've ever been in.
That's all. And about how many students have been afforded this opportunity?
Last year we did 1,100 kids, and this year our prospectus is about 4,000 kids on the water this year.
That's awesome, Coach. Well, thank you for what you do for wellness. Thank you for what you do for our students. Thank you, partners who I'm sure are watching today's show, for all that you do to support wellness in Charleston County School District. I'm Erica Taylor, your host for CCSD Today, and we'll be right back.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We are convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
You're back with more CCSD Today. I'm Erica Taylor, and now joining me here is Miss Amy Nellums, who's the Director of Guidance for Charleston County School District. Miss Nellums, thank you for joining us today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Tell me what the Director of Guidance for Charleston County School District does. What do you have in your portfolio that you're responsible for? And I know it's a lot.
It is, but it's an enjoyable job. I actually oversee all elementary, middle, and high school counselors, and I present all of their professional development and training, and I also evaluate counselors as well. And I love getting my hands into the field, so being in schools as much as possible.
Give me some examples of what you do for those viewers who are watching. Exactly, we understand what a guidance counselor is at a school, but managing all of the guidance counselors, you know, for our 84 schools, tell us a little bit about what that specifically means.
Well, specifically, it also does mean a lot of correspondence and communication. Communication is key.
Absolutely.
So keeping them informed of what's going on nationally with counselors and our initiatives here in the district. So again, the communication and any updates to computer software that we use or resources for them.
Right.
So.
Well, that's great. Now I know your background is as a counselor, and I know you enjoyed that. Talk a little bit about how important a counselor is, most especially for our seniors. I know I had an opportunity to work with you when you were at Academic Magnet, and as you were preparing all of the seniors to graduate. So talk a little bit about that role, because I know it's one that requires much.
It does, and again, it's still an enjoyable role because you're helping to navigate that student to that college or career path. So for me, it was something I was really passionate about because I love seeing students get excited about acceptances to colleges. So helping them to decide which is the best fit for them, cost effectiveness, even roommates, because giving them advice on possibly not living with their friends from high school and broadening their horizons has been very important. And then the experience of having them come back and tell you how it's going or keeping you abreast of what they're doing in college is important.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and ask you some thoughts. Nationally, we know that guidance counselor is important, but we see a number of instances where students are troubled, and because of that, they do things that are just not kind. How are you intervening to make certain that some of those types of things don't happen here in Charleston County?
Well, here in Charleston County, we actually have a huge anti-bullying campaign that's going to be rolling out very soon. And so in all schools have protocol in place, and as counselors, we are that first line of defense to advocate for the students and be that sounding board if something is going on. So getting students to understand that we are here in the building for them and just able to answer and address their concerns. And peer mediation and conflict resolution is huge as well. And it really starts on the elementary level in teaching students about respect and character education.
And I guess, and talk a little bit about character education. What does that mean? What does that look like in a school?
Well, in a school, we're reinforcing what they're getting at home with regards to respect, trustworthiness, preparation, honesty, you name it, and just building on those themes and giving the students additional thoughts that they can think about and showing them how honesty looks and modeling it for students as well.
Well, I think that is so important because, you know, nationally, you know, we hear about bullying, we hear about students who are just doing unkind things to their peers and, you know, even their teachers. I'm so happy to know that we are doing everything that we can in Charleston County to counter that type of behavior. Is there anything else about the guidance office that you'd like to share with our viewers who are watching here today?
Well, I would love to encourage our parents to get involved, especially in the middle school and the high school level with the individual graduation plan process, because it's an annual conference where parents and students come with the counselors and sit and start navigating their career paths.
That's awesome.
And so it's a really good experience, and it helps the parents to really get to know their school counselor, their child's school counselor.
That's great. Well, thank you, Ms.
Thank
Nellums,
you
for being here today. Thank you for watching. And I'm sitting here talking to her, and I still remember my first guidance counselor. Her name was Miss Lucas, and I see her often in the community, and she's still actually with the district.
She is.
So not giving away her age. She started when she was about 2 or 3, but she definitely made an impact in my life, and I know Amy and the other guidance counselors in the school district are doing the same with all the other children. You are still watching CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and we'll be right back.
Here's a question for you. What does this look like? It may look like a blank screen, but it's really an opportunity for you to reach your customers. With a great television commercial, video for your website, or website design, Comcast and Blue Wave Productions can create the right message to get you noticed. Call today and take the opportunity to make your business stand out from the crowd.
There you have it. What a great show, and I hope you've had an opportunity to learn just a little bit about Charleston County School District and all that it has to offer to you, to our teachers, our principals, but most importantly to our students. Thank you for watching CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.